Hey Dwy guys and Dwy gals, I'm here today to show off my miniature painting collection because I'm about to do some painting today, so I figured you might want to see all of my best paintings so far. I figured for today's video I'll take you through in order all the things that I've painted, and you can let me know in the comments what thing is your favorite. When I first learned to paint, the first thing I bought was this Learn to Paint kit, which was really nice because it came with a brush and it came with paint and an instruction booklet that took you through step by step how to paint these three miniatures. The first one I painted was this skeleton archer. I think I was pretty happy with it, the first thing I ever painted. The next thing I painted was this orc. I thought it was pretty cool how you got to practice painting the armor and painting green skin. Really happy with how this one turned out, considering it was only my second miniature. And the final thing I painted was this knight here, and I kind of didn't follow the instructions exactly for this one, and I added some extra blue to his shield and to his cape because blue is obviously my favorite color. After my first kit, I felt like I still had a lot left to learn, so I bought the second Learn to Paint kit from the same company. This one came with 3 more figures and more paint, and taught you how to use some more advanced techniques. The first thing I painted from the second kit was this red wizard guy, and I'm really happy with how the colors came out on this red robe. I think it looks really cool. The second thing I painted was this little girl, and I'm really happy with how she turned out, especially because it's really small and very difficult to paint. It was the first time I tried painting a face on a miniature, and even though her face is really small, I think I did a pretty darn good job on the face. The last thing I painted as part of the second kit was this pirate here, and I'm pretty happy with how he turned out, and I liked getting to do sand for the base that he's standing on. I thought that was pretty cool and turned out pretty nice. The next thing I painted was this giant orc, and this was something that I bought separately just to practice painting on my own and using all the skills I had learned. It's the biggest thing I've ever painted, and I had to basically come up with my own plan for how I wanted it to look, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out in the end. It took me like 2 days to finish painting this giant thing, but I think in the end he turned out really, really cool. For my next big painting project, I decided to, for the first time, actually paint figures from a game. So I picked XCOM the board game as my first project because it has a bunch of little soldiers. And it's not a game we play very often, so I figured if I messed it up, it wouldn't be a big deal. However, I think they turned out really nice. I did different colors for the different types of units. So I had this yellow and red armor for the heavy guys. I had this blue and orange armor for the support people. For the snipers, I gave them a uniform that was the same color as the old school Batman costume. And then for the assault guys, I decided to do a really flashy green and blue armor. Another cool thing about these soldiers is they each have a tiny little flag on the backs of their neck. So this first one is a Japanese flag. This guy is from France. This one didn't turn out so great, but supposed to be Nigeria. This one's the African country of Mali. This one's the Middle Eastern country, I think it's Iraq. We've just been on a trip to Jamaica, so this guy was Jamaican. This here is Ukraine. This guy here is from Brazil. This heavy is from Bangladesh. This red-headed heavy is from Estonia. They have a very cool color scheme for their flag. This guy is from Finland, and this guy is from the African country of Chad. My most recent project has been painting figures from Scythe, and these ones are really cool because they have people and animals on each figure. The first one I did was the black player, which is pretty cool because he comes with this wolf. The next one I did was the blue player, and I'm super happy with how this one turns out, especially the blue color of his cloak and how alive the animal he's riding on looks. I even did a little snow on top to make it look like he comes from someplace really cold. Probably my favorite one I've ever painted. And the most recent one that I finished last week is this girl here. And I'm really happy with how the fur on the grizzly bear turned out. The grizzly bear looks really lifelike. I'm super happy with that. Next up, I have 2 more scythe figures to paint, and then I'll be all done with that. I'm probably going to do this one with a bird next, probably later today. And then next up will be this girl here with her Tommy gun and her tiger. It's going to be really hard to paint the stripes, but I'm going to try my best. My next project on that I hope to start on later this break is for me to paint the starting characters for the game Gloomhaven. Sorry I'm not picking this box up, but it's over 10 pounds. That's a little too big to hold with one hand. Here's Miss Jamie's starting character that I'm going to paint, which should be a challenge because she's got fire in one hand and she's got ice in the other hand, and she's got fire by her feet. But I'm really excited to paint this for Miss Jamie, and I hope it turns out really nice for her. This guy here is my starting character. He's got a mean looking face, he's got some horns on his head, he's got armor made of bones. He should be really fun to paint, and I don't think he'll be too hard. He's pretty similar to things that I've painted before. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed getting to see all of the paintings that I've done so far in the past couple of years, and I look forward to doing more painting this week. Let me know down in the comments which figures were your favorite, and also don't forget to let me know what you think Miss Jamie and I should name our island that we will be getting on Friday. See you guys later. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed